EIDL grant heats up, baby. It is in the third stimulus package. It's about to go live this week. Are you ready? As a family, you may be ready to pounce because it's one time and one time only. Also going live is a shuttered venue grant as well. The PPP is now extended and the new restaurant grant. But in this Overnight LA throwback video, I explain how to get the EIDL grant and get it right away. Enjoy this Overnight LA video about the EIDL grant. The EIDL loan and grant portal opens up, and so does the floodgate of YouTube channels that have no idea what they're doing. This is LALATE. Hope you're good and safe and enjoying your summer day wherever you are. As always, like and subscribe to this channel and drop your comments below, and we may feature them in tomorrow's recording. And please hit that bell on the front of this channel so you get an alert every time a YouTube channel messes up an EIDL video. Once the viewers come here to get their grant and loans fixed. Shortly, we'll be answering all 130 of your EIDL loan questions, which, based upon the current videos that were released today by other channels, it'll probably go to 400 by tomorrow, because there is some really bad information out there. Boy, tonight, this grant video is going to cover how do you get your grant, how much you're getting, how about the people that didn't get the grant from the March and April applications, how is this all working, and the big issue, this is the big issue, the applying for other businesses. I want to go over this because I have left that for today, for this video. It's a big issue, and no one's going to help you with that better than me. Shortly, something about me as well. As you know, I had a procedure last week. A lot of you asked how it went. It went fine, but I didn't know the results until today. I'm cancer-free, so that is the good news. And it was a test to determine whether I had cancer or not, and so I do not, and may never will because of this test. So a little bit of good news. Maybe I should buy myself a scarf. But you know what's also good about that is really, it's one thing that is very great news about that is I won't have to click the 2 links below to get free life insurance. So let's get to some of your EIDL grant questions. Cindy Baker, why is it referred to the $10,000 grant portal when there's no $10,000 grant unless you have 10 employees? I don't make the names of these things. I call it EIDL and they call it EIDL. You say tomato, I say tomato. Marina. So they didn't respond to the loan reconsideration. Then they're accepting new applications. So what did they do to us? They have been denied. You know, that's a great question. I am here for you. I'm not going to ignore you. It is unfortunate that they're opening the portal to new people and they're saying things are done first come, first serve. Well, they haven't served a lot of you yet. So I want you, as you know, and I'm going to go over this shortly, to get your grant money, you got to get that loan processed, whether it's a denial or acceptance from March or April. You have to get it processed. If it doesn't get processed, you don't get grant money. A TCH, we need to unite the people and mail her a scarf. Susie Starr, Tarot. If I had an EIDL loan for my LLC business using my EIN, can I apply again for my sole proprietorship business using my social security number? I just do the taxes together. I do not separate my LLC and sole proprietorship. You know, I'm going to go off book right now and go off script. I was going to leave this to yet later, but I'm going to go over, because there's so much to go over. I'm going to go over the grant stuff at the 10-minute mark, so stay with me. But I'm going to go over this multiple application situation right now. I'm going to tell you the general situation, and then it's queued up so I can answer each of the individual's questions. And a lot of you may be in the same scenario. So the way this works is the following. When you apply for an EIDL grant or loan for a business, you're clicking that streamline application at the beginning where it says business 500 employees or less. You are not clicking the button below that says sole proprietor. So some of you did it in March or April for the business. for the business, but didn't do for sole proprietor, but you also have something for a sole proprietor, that's totally separate. That warrants two different applications. Moreover, if you did the reverse, if you applied for solo back in March or April, but you also have an LLC or a corporation, and you didn't apply for that one, that is totally separate. Now, let's talk about the separation. How is the separation confirmed? Well, the business must have, when we're talking about the business application, the business, if it's a corporation, if you're clicking the button for business, it has to be incorporated. It has to be incorporated in your state, has to have an EIN, has to have an LLC incorporation or an S class or C corporation, C corp incorporation. Now, here's the most important thing: it also has to have filed taxes. So the fact that you may have incorporated something but never done anything with it, that's not going to fly. As you know, you can incorporate a business but never get an EIN. That's not going to work. You could also incorporate something but never file tax return. That's also not going to work. So there's a lot of, I'm not going to talk about all the wrong stuff out there tonight because I'm tired. So I'm just going to talk about what's right. That's all that matters. Is that, when you apply for a business on the Streamline application, you need to have a separate business existence, and you have to have that business existence, I think it's by January of 2020. So incorporation, EIN, and file taxes in 2019. If you didn't file taxes in 2019, but you filed in 2018, that's also fine. But if you've never filed taxes, oh boy, that's not good. People say, how do they confirm the business existence? I don't know, but it's pretty easy. This is information that's public domain, so a lot of federal agencies can literally type in a few numbers and it comes up right away. EIN is the quickest thing. They type in the EIN, they'll see the business name, and they'll see where it's located. And we're just on the business so far. So a lot of you have asked about the banking account, that you don't have a business banking account, or that you applied yesterday for the business but put your personal banking account. You won't get denied based upon that error, but you need to fix it. And so, and if you haven't applied, don't apply. Do what I'm going to tell you right now. Tomorrow, go to your local bank and get that business account set up. It only takes an hour. Get that business account set up for the name that you put in for the business application with SBA. If you put in the personal banking account or you just didn't do it right, go tomorrow and get that business banking account set up. Get a business checking or a business savings account. It doesn't matter. I've never covered that on the channel. That's also another bombshell. It doesn't matter if it's a checking account or savings account. It also doesn't matter if it's at a fin or a local bank. I didn't cover that also. So you can go to Fidelity Investments online. You could do all these different things. But it doesn't have to be your local bank. It also can be a credit union, so long as it's in that business name. And because the reason is very simple, this is going back to an April video. When they go to send the money, to Jessica James Draperies LLC, and it lands and the account that she put is her husband's personal savings account, John Jeffries, the bank's not going to accept the funds because it's called a third-party deposit. Banks don't accept third-party deposits anymore. And so your bank won't accept the deposit, and it'll bounce, and you won't know what happened. In some cases, some viewers in the March and April, they never knew what happened because banks sometimes don't tell you when something doesn't go through. So that's a long-winded answer for the businesses. Okay, now for the individuals. So for individuals, and boy, this is where I went off the rails and calling out some channel earlier today. The business needs to have had a proof of existence before the pandemic. And the way it's existed, a proof of existence, is tax return Schedule C. It's as simple as that. It has to be Schedule C. Here's the bombshell. LALATE has learned that even though the portal opened yesterday, SBA within 24 hours was emailing sole proprietors who applied asking for their Schedule C from 2019. I told you. I did this. I covered it in the Javita Late video. They aren't playing games. So if you filed for the portal yesterday and said your side hustle. I hate that word. Hustle is that you're a babysitter, and you only really babysat for 2 hours in 2019, and it's certainly not a Schedule C. That your only tax return was a W-2 from Macy's department store. They're not going to give you the grant. They're going to see right through it, and they're going to deny you summarily. So when you apply for solo, you need to be clicking on that streamline application which says solo for individual or sole proprietor. You put your personal name. You do not put Uber or Lyft. You put your name. So if you are an Uber or Lyft driver, you put your name. There's no DBA. There's no trade name unless you have your name copyrighted or something. And then you put your social security number. You put your personal bank account. Again, if you put a corporate bank account and that corporate account is not allowed to receive personal deposits, it's going to bounce. That's the way you do it. And so SBA is going to ask for your Schedule C. The Schedule C, as you know, if you don't know, Schedule C at the top says the type of business and has a code. That code's a federal code. They're going to see that code and reference it against your streamline application. So if your Schedule C says accountant and you applied to SBA for painter, they say, wait a second, you were never a painter in 2019. Not approving you. EIDL's not going to play games with this. So there you go. So let's go right. I have a feeling this is going to be a 50-minute video. Soci Star Tarot. I have an EIDL loan for my LLC business using my EIN. Can I apply for my sole proprietor business using my social security number? Well, only if your sole proprietorship appeared as a Schedule C on your personal tax return in 2019. If you didn't file in 2019, then it has to appear on your 2018 return. If it didn't, no, can't do it. It won't work. You could try it, but it's absolutely going to get denied. I think it should be denied. My agent bond 007. So I was denied. I applied again for the same today, and I did the application correctly. I checked my business email that night, and SBA sent a link to correct the info for the denied application. So I don't know if I'm reading your question right. I apologize if I'm not. But some viewers have asked, can I reapply with the new portal? No. So the portal does not allow you to go back and get seconds. This is not Soup Plantation, as you know, which went bankrupt. So if you got a salad in March or April, you cannot go back to Soup Plantation and ask for another salad. No, you only get one serving from the SBA for that individual or that applicant. And you can't go back asking for the remainder of your $10,000 grant. And trust me, there are channels out there saying that. You can't do that. Walter Stillwagon, hey, I finally got my email from SBA to create an account for my email to check my bank account. I applied on April 30. Tammy Baldwin's office, Senator for Wisconsin. Let's see what happened. Okay, so let me get to the bombshell about the grant money for my March and April applicants. So if you applied for your EIDL, if you have, let me back up. In March or April, if you received if you received an EIDL grant before the loan, you're not receiving the remainder of the grant money. I mean, I think we all sort of know this at this point. So if you receive $2,000 in March, you're not getting the remainder of the grant money ever, at least just currently. Now, if you never received an EIDL grant ever, and you're waiting for the loan to process, if the loan is denied, you will get a portal invite to a grant portal. This is different from the loan portal, a grant portal. It's coming to everyone, and that will ask you to confirm your banking account information, and then about a week later, you get the money. So this is what you need to do. If you're a March or April EIDL applicant and you have never received a grant, there's three possible scenarios. One, your EIDL loan is still processing. You need to get it fulfilled. You need to get finished. Call your senators. As you've watched my videos before, you need to call your senators and get it out of where it is and processed. If it gets approved, you need to call SBA before you sign the loan document and say, where is my grant? How am I getting a grant? And when am I receiving it? You need to make that phone call. Otherwise, you're not going to get it. Second, if the loan is denied, you need to write a letter of reconsideration. It can be a simple one-page letter asking to reverse the denial of the loan and asking for the grant money. You must do that EIDL loan denial reconsideration letter. It's very simple. It could just be 3 paragraphs long. Once you do it, you will get the grant portal invite, $1,000 per employee, shortly within a week, and it'll be funded thereafter. Now, my new June applicants, if you apply for an EIDL grant or loan this week of June, you're getting funded within 24 hours, apparently. Javita Late is watching this challenge. She does not like the title Javita Late. She wants to be Javita Early, and I'm not doing a video of Javita Early because it's just not funny. But, and if you were a May applicant who was told by another channel to apply under agricultural when you clearly were not agricultural to get first in line, and then that channel bragged about how he tricked the system today, God. Yeah, so if you applied as agricultural accidentally, and you're now joining this channel because you know how to do things right with the right person, thank you for joining me. You are getting your grant money this week, which is really quite wonderful. Finally, if you want the loan for a May or June application, I don't know the time frame yet. So I've had no viewers get loans approved for EIDL grant applications in the month of May and June that are non-ag. When the ag went live in May, they were getting funded within 24 hours. So don't know yet. CJ, good morning. I applied 427, received an email that I was not accepted due to ag only. Got my email today. I was accepted. Thank you. Yeah. So you'll get the money within 24 hours. Good news. I received a $1,000 grant this morning. Yes. Curtis, I was denied 2 weeks ago for my loan. Received the grant portal today. Yes. April 5th, got approval, signed documents, asked for my grant, haven't heard anything else. Where's the money? I mean, it's awful. The April people have to work so hard to get the grant money, and these new people are getting grant money just like that. Interceptor, give LLA some likes and boost his algorithms. Thank you. Please do. Bill Lemon, I'm back. Guided my wife through her sole proprietor application. I'm generally a positive person, but I have a sense of dreaded return to the vortex. No, she's going to get her grant money within 24 hours, Bill Lemon, so tell me what happens. Kim Akins, no rest for the wicked. Beauty experts, yay for the new applicants. It's probably going to be stress for LLA, but you're going to get through it. Yes. If you heard that playing just seconds ago in this video, that was all the viewers from other channels coming to this channel because they fucked up their applications on the other channels. CBR, and they really are. After you complete your application, when should you receive an email from the SBA? Well, if you applied this week, you're going to get the grant money within 24 hours. EM, still waiting to hear back from SBA, was only offered $1,000. So if you applied in March or April and received a $1,000 EIDL grant loan offer, it's a computer glitch. It really is a computer glitch. It's not a fake. Call SBA and fix it. Also ask to increase the loan amount. If you've not watched our video, watch it yesterday on loan. I talk about how to increase the loan amount at the 10-minute mark. LMA, if I just want the grant, not the loan, can I keep my credit score frozen to receive the grant? Okay, so here's the bombshell very late in this video. No. If you didn't watch our Javita Late video shortly earlier today, no, the new policy is you have to unlock your credit score or they will not pay the grant. They're actually emailing people in the last 24 hours who applied for the June loan in the last 24 hours, a grant, to unlock their credit score. Otherwise, they are denied. Keenan Kid, I want to thank you so much. I was declined for reconsideration, but you advised to do so. I emailed SBA on 6/9 and I received $5,000. Wow. I guess that's a grant money. Congratulations, Keenan Kid. That's a big success. Life with Jess. Hey, so my own loan was approved 2 weeks ago. It was for $1. But I've not received the grant again. Can you please tell me how to write to increase my loan to the amount to get my grant money? It sounds like Kevin O'Leary. So you have two things. You got a $1 loan and no grant money. Jesus. First of all, you need to call SBA and say, where's your grant money? I want my grant money. How am I going to see the grant money? And when am I going to see the grant money? You will get the grant money. You just have to call them for it. Second, that $1 loan offer from a week ago, you have 30 days to fix that. You need to go into the portal, go to the right, the loan portal, go to the right, say, hey, thank you for the $1 loan offer. I want some more money. This is the amount of money I need. This is the amount of money I qualify for. I have a certain financial status of this. I can afford this amount of money. It should be under $24,000. It should be about 24,900 because you don't want to be collateralized. Also, send that email to the email address. Send that message to the email address that's invited you to the portal, and also go call SBA and repeat the same. They will increase the loan amount. They want to loan you money and they want to collateralize you. Don't let them collateralize you. Joseph Dreamhouse, working for them to approve my profit. They offered me 14,500. Waiting for approval. Spoke to someone yesterday. Is the worst. They just funded my nonprofit Saturday, which I dropped the amount of 24,900. Congratulations! So you got one done, and you're almost on the second one. Joseph Dreamhouse, good news. Political Lil, I want the bomb T-shirts. Well, good. Also, another big news. We got accepted into Amazon. LA got accepted into Amazon like an hour ago, so now we can figure out how to sell something. Renee, besides Weibo stocks. Renee Henderson. I applied 2 months ago when I was agricultural. I did the self-employed. It says 0 ahead of me. I haven't gotten no email. Should I reply? You applied 2 months ago? Because 2 months ago, you mean May. If you applied in May, then yeah, you're agricultural. You should be receiving the email today for $1,000. They understand 0 is not, it should be 1. If you haven't, call SBA. Chad, thank you for everything. Well, thank you, Chad, for the nice message. Bob Finkley, I don't know what this is about. Raldo Malu, hey, I've been following you for the last month. Thank you for your commitment to maintain everyone informed. About a month ago, I tried to submit my EIDL loan. I was denied because it was available only for agricultural. Today, I was surprised when I read an update on my case is processed. Thanks again. So I guess what you're saying is that you got the grant money. Your comment was 16 hours ago. So by now you should have received your grant money. If you haven't, comment below and tell me what happens tomorrow. Basically, people are getting grant money that fast. And if you want the loan money, tell me more. Chevelle, I contacted Senator Sherrod Brown's office. They're referring my issue. I applied March 30th, got $1,000 grant, got my denial letter. I'm starting to hate scars. Stay with it. Sherrod Brown's office has done good stuff for this channel, so stay with it. Chevelle Star, Ed Shodati. After you get the new grant, it takes about a week. I woke up to my grant deposit today. Yes. Howard, 3:30 waiting, still calling. No one cares. Awful. I still have 3:30 Vortex viewers. Horrible. Paul Ryan, disappointed with my new congressman. Emailed me to say could not help. In a bombshell from the SBA, it looks like they're going to reactivate the application that they said was a duplicate so it may get done. What? I know Paul also applied is considering our mainstream lending program, not mine, but the mainstream lending program for the Fed. If you did not catch that video, it's $250,000 in your account within 3 days. Yes. Chris Kennedy was denied 2 weeks ago, got an email for grant. Mahedi, new viewer and subscriber, thank you for the amazing detailed videos. Thank you. $1,000 received. I was denied for a loan. 2 days I received an email that I was accepted for a $10,000 loan. Does that mean it's going to be a loan or a grant? Thank you for your answer. I think I commented on this online, but if you were told over the phone you were denied for the loan but received it, that means sometimes nothing, because those tier 2 representatives sometimes totally get it wrong. So if you received, if you have an invitation in the portal, it would be a portal invitation, and you would go in there, it would say $10,000. The grant money comes from a grant portal, and the loan comes from a loan portal. Hopefully I answered the question correctly. NDTG, I did apply and received a $1,000 grant and loan, still thinking under my C Corp. Can I apply under my personal name since I received a 1099? Yeah, also, yes. So if you are a yes. If you are a 1099, you don't have to have a 1099. But if you had a Schedule C and DTJ in 2019, which is your 1099 income, yes, absolutely, you can apply if that business was impacted by COVID-19. And I'm assuming that everyone's impacted by COVID-19 when I'm saying this. Danielle Soto, I'm addicted to your videos, so helpful. Thank you. Lewis, how long does it take to get funds after you're approved? On the old applications, the March and April, about a week to 2 weeks. On the new ones, no one's got a loan, but they're getting the grants 24 hours. Sofa King received a $1,000 grant, received a loan, still waiting on the second $1,000. Only tier 2s telling me to wait. Labrim, hey, great channel. I want to keep you informed on when I deposit my grant money. Thanks. I received a denial letter for my loan. I still have got a portal in grant this morning. Great news. So he followed the advice of the channel. He did the reconsideration. He got that grant offer. Stringfellow, I'm very disappointed to hear that I will not be getting $10,000 grant money. I'm sole proprietor with no employees. I would consider PUA. I haven't done a PUA video in a few days. Sorry about that. Brett Clark, I applied first few weeks of the EIDL Ag, denied. Now today I got the email, says it's, yeah, so everyone's getting it. Do I have to pay the $1,000 loan, pay it back? Renee Hernandez. So if you got a $1,000 loan offer, that's a technical glitch. It's not really the amount they want to loan you. If you got a grant, you do not have to pay it back. Tammin, thank you for all your work. What if I applied shortly after the portal was limited to ag only? Will I still process them? No, they're processing them, and you should have already received your money by the time of this video. Your comment was 15 hours ago. D.R. Jones, R. Jones. Man, you cover so much. Thank you. I've got proof of loan called SBA. Rep knew nothing. Now I'm in thinking my decision about the loan and 30 years payment. Should I accept it to at least get the grant portal? And if unsure, pay back the loan? Is it allowed? Yes. I haven't done that in a few days on videos, but yes. So if you aren't sure about whether you want the loan, but you think maybe I should take it, maybe I shouldn't take it, you can take it. You know why? Because first of all, the interest and the principal is not due in the first year. There's nothing due in the first year. Second, you can give it back with no early repayment penalties. So you can literally get the money, tomorrow, and then sit on it, leave it in the bank for 1 year, and then change your mind at 363 days and give it back, and there's no repayment penalty. It is a great buffer to have that money just sort of sitting there in case you need it. Just mark your calendar to remind yourself to give it back if you don't want it. Finally, yeah, a lot of people have also taken the loan money to get the grant. Because, I haven't done that as well for a few days. If you get a loan offer and you don't take the loan offer, you may not get the grant money. It's a strange situation. I don't think I've had one viewer had this happen to them, but because I've told them be forewarned. But if you get a loan offer and you don't accept the loan, I don't know if you're going to get grant money. Cardi B T, I love you are giving me so much light. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you. Gene Crom. So, Gene, I read your message online. I don't understand what the person's saying. Drop a comment to today's video. I just didn't follow it. Samsung Galaxy, I was approved for a loan but did not receive a grant. Got call SBA. Rahim, a contractor congressman. The next day I got the email from the disaster loan of $150,000. Wow. So he followed the advice of this channel, called his senators. I started dropping those videos on Thursday. Call your senators. You got a $150,000 loan overnight. Thank you so much. I'm glad for your alternative to that other guy whose name I'm not going to mention. Thank you for the viewers who have supported this channel. I mean, we're doing great things. If you're new to this channel, we've gotten viewers about somewhere between $5 to $20 million in the EIDL grant and loan money that they would not have gotten. They were stuck in vortexes they were not processing, and boy, that's a great success. Barker Brothers, I got the loan money in my account, but no grant, just $1 or $10,000. Need to call SBA. Douglas, why are you so critical and unencouraging of the concept regarding reapplying for additional funds of the original grant? Because it's a crime. I mean, it's a crime. The form says, are you seeking relief? You've already sought relief. Your relief has been adjudicated by SBA, and you're coming back asking for second servings. It's how dare you? I mean, if that's the way America worked, then every viewer would walk in and just keep on getting handouts for the same hand over and over again. So if you personally got $2,000 from the EIDL grant and loan process for your personal, application in March, you're pissed off that you wanted $10,000 and you want to go back and ask for it again for your personal name, I'm sorry. Yeah, they're violating the law, but you shouldn't. Michael Cabrello, I got approved Saturday night. When will I be funded? About a week. Mervin, newsflash, I suspended the EIDL application to the agricultural period. Portal open. So now I have two applications with this being filed with the same EIN and business name. Mistake. And now I have a portal login to create for the old agricultural that's not correct. Boy, you have a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed. You need to call SBA. Eva Jean, hey, I applied in early May by mistake. Do not know if I have to take further action. 15 hours ago, you do not have to take further action. You'll be getting your grant money shortly. Bruce DeBlow, I messaged Senator Booker, express words. He could, if he could pass on. I guess we're not important enough. He's too busy. Cory Booker, if you're watching this channel, you're a disgrace. Every viewer of this channel who has contacted you have done nothing for them. Kamala Harris, the same thing. Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio, all disgrace. You should leave office. Bill, do you think that the experience of expedited processing for the ag sector will indicate June business applicants? Yes, we already know that. If you get the loan, can you get the grant too? Yes, Tyrone Bird. And Cruz Juan, okay, I live in the state of Texas. I'm in the 330 Vortex, 0 on my loan, 0 on my grant. Contacted Cruz, Rubio, Senator Kennedy's the only one who's responded. Guess, come on, senators, have to work. Cruz Juan has been with this channel forever. Thank you for your patronage, and he has just been left to fry. Cruz, a lot of viewers have emailed Jovita directly, and they've gotten successes. I mean, I don't think anyone has reported a negative response. They've all reported 5 stars despite my, Jovita Light videos. So you may want to do that, Cruz Juan. If the senators are not helping you, you may want to consider doing that. It's your decision. And Les, what happens if you accept the EIDL loan and your business goes bankrupt, closes, if you die, what happens? If your business goes bankrupt or closes, I think you have to repay the loan. It's in the terms and conditions, which is I'm not going through tonight. A little bit too tired. But if you have stayed with us to the very end, thank you, as always. A lot of videos today, EIDL grant, EIDL loan, 2-second stimulus check videos, some messes in the morning, some messes in the afternoon. And thank you for the compliments on the shirt. As always, stay with LA for more.